Hello everyone. No. I guess I'll have to do with that. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Captain's video blog. We are Tuesday, May the 3rd, 2016. It's 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning. I mean, at any rate, it's objectively bad, but subjectively still better than yesterday, you know, when I fell asleep around 2 in the afternoon, you know. Hopefully I'll wake up before 2 in the afternoon, but that might mean that I'm not even getting 6 hours of sleep. Yeah, obviously I won't be able to do something like Monday morning where I slept for 8 hours and woke up basically at sunset. Man. So in 5 days I'm supposed to be not only awake but pretty much set to go at this time, you know, because it will be my first day of internship if I manage to get all the papers signed on time, which might prove to be kind of a challenge. But yeah, what can I tell you, really? I kind of hate the situation I'm in because it's always, you know, a little technicality that keeps me from doing whatever at one point, and then the only thing I want to do is go on the computer, and then I spend the whole night on the computer. At this point, yesterday night, it was my dog climbing on the couch and falling asleep while I was getting my plate. It was around midnight, which is already pretty bad in itself, you know, because to be quite honest, you shouldn't be eating at midnight. It will keep you awake for at least 2 more hours. But even then, 2 in the morning isn't that bad when you have no set time to wake up. Plus, I mean, I didn't have to watch lots of anime because it was the big cleanup day, you know, the day where I removed the video blogs from my telephone and put them on my hard drive. But yeah, the dog climbed on the couch, and I was like, well, I'm bummed. So I went on the computer, and what do you know? I had to wait until my father left, because obviously when my father wakes up it's like 3 in the morning, and so I'm like, I cannot eat in front of my dad at this time in the morning, at night, because I mean, if I want to make him understand that I have a very bad I have bad habits and all, I couldn't do better than that. So I waited until 4 a.m., which is objectively worse, you know. And but yeah, but still. So yeah. What can I tell you? I hope I'm not on some kind of slippery slope, because when you're an intern, you are essentially you're a worker, and you don't have a lot of wiggle room. I mean, I guess that it's pretty obvious in itself, but I kind of feel the need to say that. So everything that revolves around staying up late at night, which is pretty much watching wrestling and doing whatever that I really do. I mean, it's going to be banned for 6 months, and hopefully even more, you know, because at one point, I mean, I don't feel the need to be a productive member of the society, but At least I wouldn't want to be too much of a, of a shut-in. Even though, I mean, that's kind of the life, really. Yeah. So, I mean, the big thing that happened yesterday was watching football. I watched the second leg of the semifinals of the Champions League with the Atletico Madrid losing to Bayern Munich 2-1. But since it was 2-1 at the Allianz Arena in Munich, and that Madrid had already scored a goal, it was 2-2. Madrid advanced on away goals, which is something that apparently American people watching football and not liking it too much seem to be fuming about. Much like, thinking that the sport needs playoffs. I mean, when you're in a league where you played 34 matches in 6 months, you do you basically. But when you're in a league where you play 38 games in 10 months, fuck playoffs, really. I mean, relegation playoffs are great because it's one way for a team that's underperformed, the team in the top flight that's underperformed, to save their season. Because when you go down in the football pyramid, you essentially lose money. The TV rights and all that. I mean, Burnley, who qualified for the Premier League, who got promoted, suddenly got £200 million in TV rights money. So yeah, I can tell you, you do not want to be relegated. And for the team who is playing to be promoted, it's a good way to see if you have the level to play with the big guys, essentially. Because if you're not able to win against the 18th of the league on a given season, you probably wouldn't have made it, very far. You probably would have played until maybe the 30th match day, the 30th week, hoping that you wouldn't be relegated. And that's pretty much it. But playoffs to determine the winner, it's kind of dumb. Also, relegation, because of that system, relegation playoffs have a lot of drama. Like in Germany, there's this team. I think it's Hamburg. I don't want to be wrong on that, but it's the team whose flag is blue and has rhombuses, one that is white, a big one that is white, and one that is only the shape in black. They have never been relegated in the history of the Bundesliga, and twice or three times in the last 10 years, I would say, if not even less than that, they literally played. They literally saved that record with the relegation playoffs. So yeah, it adds a lot of drama. Like there are legacies that could be destroyed with that, and I feel that it's great. But I mean, when you grind it for 38 weeks to see if you were objectively the best team, on a mathematical and win-loss draws standpoint, you don't need to play another 4 or 3 matches. That sounds kind of dumb. So yeah. But really, Americans on SP had a blast, with Leicester winning the Premier League thanks to the draw conceded by Tottenham, because they are not able to commit to a 2-goal lead somehow against the team that are 10th on the table. And yeah, one club qualifying for the final of the Champions League on away goals. So yeah, what can I say really? I shouldn't go for too long. I mean, it's already 10 minutes long, and means that at least if I don't fuck up like yesterday, I shouldn't be sleeping before 7:30. So yeah, I have some calls to make because I thought that the documents for my internship had been unlocked because I fucked up and I locked them because I thought that my professor needed some kind of thing that was in the part that I couldn't, that I couldn't create the PDF until it was locked, and except it wasn't that at all. So yeah. Also, I do think that my professor, my referent, my supervisor didn't really understand the whole thing of I've done an unsolicited, application, and therefore the place where I'm going to work don't really have something, explaining in depth what they are asking from me. They are basically grasping at straws to find something to give me because they have felt that maybe it was my last resort. Yeah, which is, I mean, it essentially is my last resort. But yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. So, what can I tell you? Tonight is the second leg of Manchester City versus Real Madrid. We'll see if we have again the Madrid final in the Champions League, or if we have a City Atletico, which is basically at one point it would have been the lesser version of a Real Madrid versus Manchester United, but right now it would be a battle between two big European clubs, and I don't think that anyone would object to that besides fans of Real Madrid and of clubs that hate City with a passion, I would guess. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it really. I mean, I will obviously put some stuff in the description because that's kind of what I do. What a terrible, terrible, terrible hairdo that I have right now. I wanted to make it to make it normal, but for some reason it weighs on my head. So I kind of have to let it like that. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Yeah. That's so terrible. And yeah, when I say that's so terrible, I'm not even talking about the way Akamega Kill is gonna finish. 2 years ago, Takahiro and White Fox were like, nah, that's complete. That's going to be different. Takahiro told us what he has planned for the end of the manga, so the anime isn't going to be the same. But now Takahiro has completely given up on doing anything relevant with that shit. He's lost interest, so he's like, well, I'm gonna do the same as the anime, I guess, with the giant fucking Gundam Teigu. Joke that is. I mean, I'm too far down the rabbit hole to drop it now. I want to know if he's going to go all the way with the anime ending, or if he's going to pull some kind of wild card. I'm just expecting, like, it was all a dream. Actually, it's going to be a fight. Like they literally pulled out the trap that killed Lubbock in the anime, but in the manga. Except that Lubbock has been dead for like two years, so that's like 30 chapters. I don't know. It's completely dumb. I hate it. But I can understand. He has bigger fish to fry, like the whole Yuki Yushadaru franchise, and apparently that one game that was that had its anime adaptation before the game was even out.